Hi, today I'm going to show you how to use an extension called Snap and Read. This extension is awesome because it takes any text that's on the computer and it reads it out loud to you. In addition to reading text out loud to you, it can also take a complicated text and make it simpler, and it can also translate a text from one language to another. If you want to use Snap and Read, you're going to have to see somebody in the library to create your account. There's a special passcode we have to put into the computer in order for you to have an account, but everybody in the building is allowed to have an account. You just have to see us in the library and we'll get you set up. So once you've got your account hooked up in the library, you are going to notice in your Chrome browser, you have a little icon here that looks like a target. This is the Snap and Read extension. To turn it on, you click. You'll notice that it goes from black to blue. When it's blue, it's on and working. You'll also know Snap and Read is working because it has this toolbar on the right-hand side of the screen. This toolbar shows me the major features of Snap and Read. This tool reads most websites out loud to me. This tool reads PDF. This tool changes it from complex to simple. And then there's another tool we can't currently see that will also translate the text. So we're going to start by exploring this first tool. This is the most basic tool and the way most of you will use it. So if you just click on this speaker, you are going to be able to have the text read aloud. See how my cursor's changed? I now have this little speaker attached to my cursor. Snap and Read's waiting for me to tell it where to begin. So I'm going to click on the word report.
Report, Stephanie Miner to teach class at New York University, updated on October 23rd, 2017 at 9:47 a.m. Posted on October 23rd, 2017 at 8:35 a.m. Syracuse, Mayor Stephanie Miner answers questions from 5th grade students at Delaware Primary School in celebration of Dr. Seuss's birthday.
And you'll see that I'm going to stop it. I'm sorry if you couldn't hear it. It's not super loud, but it was reading out loud to me. Sometimes it highlights every word in the text, and sometimes it only highlights the first word in the sentence. This helps you stay with the text as it's being read aloud to you. So if you don't like the voice, there are some things you can do to customize it. If you come up to the target icon and you right click and then you go to options, I can change the text color, I can change the highlight color, I can change the voice, I can change the volume, I can change the speed that it reads to me, I can change whether it's sharp or flat.
You can change the pitch, rate, and volume of speech using the sliders below.
The next thing I want to show you is how to have a PDF read to you. So this is an example of a PDF, and we know it's a PDF because if we look at the file name and it ends with .pdf, a lot of times your teachers will post PDF to Classroom. So if they've posted PDFs to Classroom, you can't use the speaker icon to have the text read to you. Instead, you have to use this little box. So I'm going to take this box, I'm going to click on it, and it puts this like big plus sign on my screen. And I'm going to hold down the mouse and I'm going to draw a box around what I want to have read.
You see the words editorial, editorial board, or opinion.
So you can go through a PDF document using this little box and you can select what you want to have read out loud to you. Another really awesome tool with Snap and Read is this one right here. This tool takes a complicated document and it simplifies it. It takes bigger words and it finds simpler ways of getting it across. If you go up to your options, there's this text complexity slider. And if you want it to make it really simple, you move it all the way to the single dot. And if you want it to leave it more complicated, you move it up to the 3 dots. But I'm going to slide it all the way down to 1 dot. And then we're going to click this tool, the Simplify tool. And you'll see my cursor's changed to the Simplify tool. I'm going to click at the beginning of the article. My screen goes gray. And you will see that within the text, I have words that are now in italics. If I click the word, so right now it says first. So it's changing the word primary to first, which it says means or most important. Let's find another one. So down here, it's changing the word donors to people who give money or other things. I see here it's changed extremely to very. Here it's changed grateful to thankful. Here it says it's changing achievement to action of accomplishing or completing something challenging. So this is going to add definitions to the text as you read, which can be really helpful if you have a document that's difficult to understand. Okay, the last thing I want to show you is something that may be useful to you if you speak something other than English as your first language, or if you're studying a foreign language. So I'm going to go back up to options. And under options, I'm going to say that I want it to speak in Spanish. So whatever language you want it to speak in, change the voice to Spanish, change the voice to that language. And then down here it says primary language translation. You're going to change that too. So I'm going to pick Spanish, but there's, I think, over 100 different languages, or 40 different languages rather. So I'm going to change it to Spanish. I'm going to close this out. Now I have this option in my toolbar. So this is the translate button. So I'm going to click on the translate button and my cursor is going to change. So I'm going to select the stuff I want translated. I'm going to let go. And now it will have translated the article to Spanish. And if I want it read to me, I'm going to click the microphone.
La alcaldesa de Syracuse, Stephanie Miner, aceptó un puesto docente de un semestre en la Universidad de Nueva York la próxima.
So now it's going to read it out loud to me in Spanish with the proper accent. So if you're practicing for like a listening or a speaking part of Spanish, you can have the document read out loud to you so you can hear what the words should sound like. So I think that's a really good feature. So that's a quick summary of Snap and Read and how it can be used. If you have more specific questions, stop by the library and we will show you how to get up and running or how to troubleshoot.